Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. You're watching Original Art Hour. That is the program where we sit down with other original art collectors. We share some art from our collections, tell a few stories, and discuss the art side of the comic book collecting hobby that we love so much. Joining me on tonight's latest episode of the program is my buddy Dayymares. What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
You know, it's Monday night. It's 10 o'clock Eastern. I like this little late. I like the late shows, man. I dig them. I'm excited to do this show. See some of your art, man. I think you know, you've been watching the show for a while, but and then I think even at one point you commented about some artwork you had in the chat, and then, so in the back of mind is like, oh, Dayymares, I gotta get Dayymares.
Yeah,
Dayymares on, and we got there. So,
and I just kept, one of those things. I kept having stuff in the mail. I was like, well, once that comes in,
right.
once that
right,
comes
in. Oh, yeah, I've heard that excuse. Anyway, dude, I appreciate you hanging out here with me. We're going to have a fun hour. We're going to look at some of your art. We're going to have a good hang. So thank you again. And before we get started, I'm going to say a quick hello to the chat crew. We got Mr. Gritsky9966 tonight. We got Ruben Guzman, we got Unruly Simeon, Graphic Man, Magic Lasso, G Runk Comics, what's going on? Who else is in here? Scroll through the StreamYard machine. Tricky Trapster, Drinking, Auction, Art Hour, what's up? Nice. What auction? What's going on? Am I missing an auction? What the hell's happening? Is it a YouTube auction? What is it? DJ Links in the house. What's up, DJ Links? Good to see you. Warlord is in here. What's up, Warlord? Did I say hi to Graphic Man? I think I did. Lasso. I think I already did that. JP, Budget Collecting, best show on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Who else is in here? Mr. Gretzky's back. And I think we are caught up for the time being, and we will catch up with you guys in the chat in a bit. Hit us with that fire, dude. Your voice is pretty.
I've got a face for radio.
Oh, you got a voice for radio, man. You got that nice deep guttural thing going on. I like it. So, all right. So here we are, Original Art Hour with Dayymares. Dayymares, if you don't know him, hit the link to his YouTube channel is in the description below. I think he just recently started putting out content. He might have like 2 or 3 videos on there.
In the past,
they're
like
both 2 minutes. They're both like 2 minutes long, so it's not not a lot of time you need to invest. So go check it out, sub him up, check out his content, and you can also catch him occasionally on JP's indie show. Right, you'll be on the indie show Wednesday. And also every Sunday night on White Whale Comics YouTube channel for D&D game that you guys run weekly, right? So awesome. What's up, Jay Salsa 23 in the house as well? Appreciate you guys. All right, so why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about how you got started into collecting, and then how that led to artwork. Just the intro, right?
Okay. Started comic book collecting, as a kid, back in the mid '90s. When lots of people did. Then sort of got out of it around 2000, around the time I got married or so. Just really didn't keep up with too much. In fact, sold off a lot of the stuff I had, kept some of the keys and stuff like that, but got rid of just about all of it. About 2 years ago, started getting back into it, and started getting back into it relatively heavy then. Yeah. And then it's only been since about February or so that I started getting into original art. Right.
So you're still in your first year.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, well, look, that's awesome that you got a collection brewing, man.
I've got, I had a few pieces before that, but not much.
Right. Awesome, dude. Well, it is Original Art Hour. You want to start showing some artwork?
Sure. I'll start off with some stuff I got, like, community stuff from like a lot of it from Instagram and stuff like that. These came from a guy called Karate Kevin.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, Superpower Review, right?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, he does a lot of cool, like, symbiote illustrations and stuff. I've seen
those for really good price, so I got them.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Yeah, his prices are super reasonable.
Yeah. Comic Head 84.
Oh yeah, recognize that KH84.
Yeah. This one I really liked. Normally not a Wonder Woman fan, but saw it and really liked it. It's from California Blend.
Nice. Okay. She's doing sketch covers now also.
Yeah. I didn't realize she was, but whenever I saw that, and I was like, that's really nice. I like that. And it was pretty good price, so I picked it up. That is from God Tank.
Oh, nice.
So,
what comic is that?
It's actually a Mercy comic.
Oh, all right. I was like,
yeah. So I don't know how that came to be, but it was actually from a fundraiser for OMG Chris.
Got it.
So
what's up, Geeks? Says he's driving. We'll catch a replay. No worries, brother. Drive safe.
This one didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped, and it didn't from the artist either. But it had some potential. He just had trouble working on this Valiant cover. They're not really great sketch covers.
You mean like the paper stock?
The paper, it's more slick than a lot of sketch covers.
Got it.
So, but that was a guy that's halfway local, and he's turned out some really
cool.
Then that's all pretty much my, local stuff.
Right.
This is one I found. It's on a backing board. It's Matt Wagner.
Matt Wagner? Nice.
Yeah, it was just in a comic book. Backing board.
It was in a
that
store.
A friend gave me. So I saw that. I was like, oh, wow. So here's another image one. Sorry, keep going the wrong way.
Yeah, those slick covers ain't the best.
Yeah. So
that was cool. Yeah.
Rapper, Roberts, who is the artist for it, but I mean, he really got into it with the hatch work up there.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
And he's got a really interesting style. Another one that was pretty reasonable.
Can you say the name of that artist again? Sorry.
Raffer Roberts, RAFER ROB.
Raffer Roberts. Okay.
Yeah. I think I bought it from his. Forgot what page it is. It's like an Etsy page or something like that.
Okay.
That he sells through, and I think it was $50 for the comic and the cover.
Nice, dude.
For that, was quite reasonable.
Yeah.
There's just a quick. So, that there for a little while, if you was buying anything from Stan Siaki's website, he was doing a free sketch on the cover of it. I was like, well,
I remember that promotional sale he did, and I think I missed out on it. Like I heard about it like a day.
I found out about it the last day of it.
Yeah, I think I was a little too late for that one.
So, just 2 more books, and that's all the books I've got.
Okay.
These are a little bit different. So it's just your normal comic book that's signed by a bunch of people.
Right.
So, back in the day, in the mid 2000s, there was a Valiant Fans forum.
Okay.
And they would get, like this one's numbered to 60. So they would get a bunch of people to sign it and then donate the money it raised to a charity. These were for cystic fibrosis.
Okay.
And then on the back of all of them from that time, they had that's a Sean Chen sketch.
I love Sean Chen, man. I didn't bring out my. I have 2 Sean Chen related things, but I didn't bring them out. But I like him. Yeah, I feel like his work is highly detailed.
Yes.
And highly underrated and undervalued too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was another one, of
nice.
the same similar thing. So, but yeah, he did sketches on backing board for those. That is all the.
Hey, K Titus, what's going on? Konnichiwa.
The books.
Gomez, Broski, what's going on, brother? Good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping in. We got original art hour tonight with Dayymares, and he was just showing some of his sketch covers to start. Right?
Yep.
Anything else you want to show, or do you want me to show something?
Sure, I can keep going for a little bit.
Yeah, keep going for a little bit.
Go through some of this. Here is Michael Leake, who was a gallery artist. I ended up, you can't really see it too good on here, but it's got a giant crease, actually a couple creases through it.
So I'm going to show something later with some creases on it due to bad shipping.
Well, this was, I knew it had this on it whenever I bought it. But for, that large of a commission, you can't really see it whenever it's in the Itola folder and everything. And I think I paid $25 for it. Nice.
Yeah, that was really cool.
He normally charges like $200 or so for one of those. So, I'll take a 90% knockoff for some creases. Here is another artist that bought some stuff of lately. Gus, M-A-U-K is how you spell his last name. Not quite sure how to pronounce it. He sort of did some mystery sketch boxes. Which I thought was a kind of interesting idea.
The image is getting a little grainy, so I'm going to try to do this whole thing. Let's see if that looks better that way, maybe. Yeah, now I can see it better.
Okay. So he sort of did like a mystery box of sketches. What you'd do is you'd give him, like, say, 6 to 10 characters you wanted. And then you'd get one 11 by 17, 3 9 by 12s, and then one something else. Oh. And then that's the one something else.
Nice. All for like one combined price. And
yeah, it was. It worked out. He was getting $200 after fees.
Nice.
eBay fees and shipping, not eBay fees, but PayPal fees and shipping. So it was like $225.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never actually heard of an original art.
And then here's the 11 by 17 that he did.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
See if I can get this camera thing. Yeah, D-Runk's like, GoFundMe for Dayymares interwebs.
Sorry.
No worries, dude.
I live in the middle of nowhere, and I have the fastest package
we'll make it work, dude. We'll make it work. Hey, what's up, JoJo? Flicks and comments in the house. Good to see you, JoJo.
Here's another one of Gus's pieces. So this was another one.
Let me see if I can make it full screen again. Nice. Yeah.
That's another one of his pieces out of that $200 thing. Here is another one.
Oh, cool.
Right. Newer eye there.
Yeah.
And then the last one. Ninjak.
Nice.
So I definitely thought I got my money's worth there.
Are those the ones that are those some of those stuff that you're displaying like in your room tour video?
Yes. What I've started doing, and I'm going to try to do on my wall over there where I normally am, I'm slid down a little bit so it wasn't a blank wall.
Right.
I took stuff down. I essentially have 3, 6. I've got 14 9 by 12s of Valiant characters.
Oh wow!
And so individuals. So that's what my main display is going to be.
Yeah. And you're like super. I would say efficient 2-minute man cave tour video. Like, I remember that. You're like, here's a bunch of original art, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
It was just a real quick 2-minute tour to get a video up.
Hey, man, it captured your whole space, and it was like 2 minutes and change. Not a bad. I think that was like your first video, right? Like not a bad video. All right. Well, what should I show? Here, I'm going to show something. I think you're going to be showing a Poison Ivy sketch at some point, but I'm going to show that my Poison Ivy piece just because it's. I just want to get it out of the way. It's hard. It's on heavy board, and it's not easy to, I guess, store. as a result. It's my only piece of art on heavy board, but it's this Joe Chiodo published page from Harley Quinn, Harley and Ivy Love on the Lam. And it's got a bunch of contact information on the back. Sorry to Joe Chiodo, who will never see this. But anyway, it's from this comic, Harley and Ivy, Love on the Lam, written by Judd Winnick and illustrated by Joe Chiodo. I think this came out in the early 2000s. But anyway, here's the page. I forget which page number it is, but it's
45 on the back.
Yeah, I think, 45. There you go. Page 45. So it's this pretty cool painted page where you have Batman essentially chasing after, essentially kind of rescuing Poison Ivy here in a way, or I don't know. I actually don't know if he's rescuing her or he's catching her, chasing after her or whatever. I need to actually read the comic and find out. I just like the artwork on this page, where you can see the movement. But it's on heavy board, which makes it really. Yeah,
that is pretty thick stuff.
It makes it hard to You can't put it in a portfolio. You can't, you can kind of put it in a bag and board, but that makes it even bigger than it already is, which is what I currently have it in. It would need a pretty large frame or whatever, but that pretty sweet art of Batman catching Poison Ivy there that I dig. So there you go.
It's sweet.
It's one of the pieces I haven't yet shown. Thank you, Lasso. What's going on? Fuchsia in the house. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else is in here? Southern Comic Geek. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Kenny's trying to keep his mind off of shopping for original art. Well, you're in the wrong place then. Ruben Guzman. What's going on? I don't know. Maybe I missed some people, but I will catch up to the chat during your turn. So that was my turn. We'll go back to you. Can't wait to see what you got.
Kind of another thing that I wanted to cover. Most of the stuff I've bought not because it was cheap, but because I thought it, had a good characteristic about it, and it was cheap. Which I'll kind of cover on the, art pages when I get to them here in a minute. On the, book pages. But I'll swing through some more of these 9x12 Valiant characters. Here's one by Mark Pennington. It's cool. Pretty sweet.
Wait, show that one again. Nice.
Yeah. I thought it was really good until
that's cool. Very detailed.
This one from him, which I liked even better.
Nice.
But that's Eternal Warrior there.
See that one, but
do what?
It's a little bit harder to see that one. But,
oh, sorry.
No, that's not. See if I can.
Yeah.
I wish there was a one-click way to switch to that other view without having to do the swap or whatever. Yeah, I Southern Comic Geek I know was excited about getting a bunch of Valiant on here. He wants to buy that now.
And here's one by Ray Acevedo, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's on Instagram.
Nice.
Got quite a bit of detail in it. Some of his work can be a little bit cartoony, but it's really awesome, especially, like the galaxy and stuff in the back.
Right. These are all part of that set of 14 images that you display.
Yeah.
Nice.
Elliot Fernandez.
Cool.
And then I ran into this guy on Facebook, and he's on Instagram. And I have really been digging his work, especially for the price point. So nice. It's Rich Henneman, HENNEMANN.
Rich Henneman?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he uses a lot of mixed media and stuff, and watercolor in some of it, and just a lot of different stuff. So there's that one, and then it's sort of partner piece is this one. So there's Quantum and Woody.
Nice. Yeah, those look good next to each other.
Yeah. So, actually, I bought 6 pieces from him.
Wow.
There's Livewire.
Nice. Yeah, they definitely look like they belong as part of a set. Yeah. Nice, dude.
Shadow Man.
The darkness on that one.
Then here's Archer and Armstrong.
Oh, wow.
So these are my 2 most recent ones that I got. But I think he charges around $60 a piece. Plus, so I've only been buying them 2 at a time for $120 and then $5 shipping.
Nice, man.
Yeah. So.
And
great price for this.
Does he do is he doing a lot of commissions? Like, is he open for commissions? Does he specialize in Valiant, or he's doing all sorts?
One of the things he actually specializes in that's really cool if you look him up is he does a lot of Calvin and Hobbes sort of recreations of famous comic book covers and stuff. You know, like the X-Men, Days of Future Past, I think it was, whenever, there's a wanted.
Like homage versions or whatever, homage. Or twist versions. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Like the Days of Future Past where there was all the wanted posters with the X's through them.
Right. Yeah.
He did one of that with Calvin and Hobbes, and it has like all the different characters from Calvin and Hobbes, and he's done several more.
All right. Well, I'll show something because we were alluding. You mentioned something about a piece of art that was creased. Well, I'll show you this double-page spread that I recently picked up from the artist's name's Dave Spiegel, and it's actually from this comic book. Crossfire number 12 on Eclipse Comics, this indie title. And this book is known for its Dave Stevens cover, like awesome, classic Marilyn Monroe Dave Stevens cover. But he didn't do the interior art for this. Dan Spiegel did the interior art. And the centerfold is a 2-page spread kind of giving a miniaturized version of Marilyn Monroe's biography in a double-page spread, but unfortunately, so here's a double-page spread. I have them in 2. They're not connected right now. I have them in 2, bags and boards. But unfortunately, it came like badly packaged in like this really thin mailer with only 1 piece of cardboard, and the cardboard was like kind of already. Like an old, very, very flimsy, used piece of cardboard. And then the mailer was thin. So as you can see, there's that's a pretty large visible crease right there. There's another pretty large visible crease right here. The corner kind of got, dinged up, whatever. So I got a partial refund, at least, since it was, not very professionally packed. But it wasn't an expensive piece or anything like that, and I'm pretty happy with it. I like how it kind of tells from childhood, through young adulthood, through movie star fame, to her demise, all on 1 double-page spread.
That is pretty cool,
right? So it basically tells the story of Marilyn Monroe's life on 1 double-page spread. From that comic with the pretty nice Dave Stevens cover on it. So definitely a favorite of mine and one of my collecting, trends or subjects that I collect, being Marilyn Monroe. So yes, those creases just build character. As Marilyn would say it. So yes, there you go, right there. So anyway, yeah, pretty happy to have that. I don't know how I'm going to Yeah, I'm kind of like keeping them in this and just trying to flatten it out a little bit. Like I don't have a press like large enough to try and press this. I wouldn't know if I would press. I mean, you might be able to press out some of the creases, but it's not important enough for me to.
Well, and then you risk, like
yeah,
flattening, just one part of it and creating a new crease too,
Yeah, if I tried to fix it, there's more, it's like 90% or more chance that I totally screw it up and mess it up further. So, but I have no experience trying to get a crease out of, a page like that. It's got kind of, the paper stock is a little bit flimsier than most also that like traditional artboard. So it's like definitely, abnormal dimensions and paper stock. And it's just, it could have been fine if it was just packaged properly, but what are you gonna do? That happens, and they made it right a little bit. So, all right, you're back up.
All right. So here is my piece for.
Oh yeah, your poison
ivy. Yeah.
Nice.
That was done by a really nice guy, Lorenzo. His last name begins with an L-I-Z. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Lorenzo. I-Z, okay.
Sorry, drawing a blank on it right now. Ran into him at a local small con, and he gave my oldest daughter just a little sketch that he had worked on of Spider-Man.
Okay.
Just gave it to her. It's like a 8x10. Which kind of, impressed me.
Yeah, it is Lozano. Okay.
Lozano. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was something close to that, but I couldn't quite.
What's up, Super Russ 9000 in the house? Good to see you.
And so he was just a really nice guy. And so he had this one for sale.
Oh, wow.
And for I thought, definitely worth the money. And
what's up, Kachun?
And I added that.
Yeah, man, I like that one a lot. I think you've shown me that before.
Yeah.
On Instagram or something. But yeah, I love that one. That's one of my favorites in your collection.
I added that poison ivy to the order of that one because he cut me a deal on it, and it hangs in my youngest daughter's room, whose name is Ivy. So
that's awesome. Nice. Yeah, keep showing some more stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that's all the mission type stuff I've got. So I'll start into the
pages,
published and unpublished pages. I've picked up a lot of stuff like this that is, this one is actually the, Soul Searchers, which I have never even saw the comic.
Right.
But the price on it was really cheap, and it the pencils was done by Joe Staten, and he signed it, and Al Mangrum did the inks. So
cool.
It was $30. So, between those two people, even though it was unknown, to me, the book.
Al Mangrum is a great inker. I mean, he inked a lot of He inked a lot of Jim Starlin.
Yes.
Stuff. Yeah.
That's why, I was like, for those two people for $30, I'm picking this up, even though I have no clue what the book was. Here's one of my favorites just because of the 3/4 panel. It's out of a Wonder Woman book, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but with the.
Oh yeah, she's on it though, right? She's on it.
Yeah, and the detail of it coming down. And
Rafael likes that one.
Pre-work on the back, which I've always found interesting.
Stuff on the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Show that again. Like, let me see the full page again, or the close up. Oh, okay. So it's a 3/4 splash, and then Wonder Woman's in that bottom panel.
Yep, and she's in that top panel too.
Oh, okay.
Figure out how to.
Yeah, it's a little grainy, but.
Sorry.
No worries. we get the internet we get when we go live. Nice, dude.
Then here is People's inked by Scott Hanna. It's a new Superman, which is another one of those that was, not really my favorite, but it was another pretty cheap piece of work for my.
Who's the artist again?
Do what?
Wait, who'd you say the artist was?
Brent Peoples.
Okay. Cool Superman panel.
Yeah. And then I have several of Freddie Williams II stuff coming up.
Okay.
Here's a unpublished piece that he just did the pencils on and didn't really even finish the pencils up at top. But another one of them that was, super cheap. And I just sort of liked some of the pictures.
Nice.
Here
I got a couple of super cheap pages to show next.
Gen 13 pay for a Gen 13 comic that he worked on that never got published.
Oh, picture just improved drastically. I don't know what happened to your internet, but it's
I don't either.
It just,
but I'm glad it did.
Yeah, okay, the juice just turned on, man. Hell yeah. Might have to have you do a speed round of re-showing some of the other stuff at the end.
Okay. Here's another one from that same book.
Oh yeah. Because now we could really see all the artwork. I hope everybody else is seeing the improved picture. But yeah, nice, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's just a pencil page, or
Yep. I guess the project got canceled before it ever got inked, type of a deal.
Nice.
Here's another one he did that got. Oh, sorry.
No.
I got two more of his, and then I'll switch back. This one, I always thought it was kind of neat because it's caught in the middle. There's some blue lines, some pencil, and ink all on it for another project that sort of got canceled.
Is that a cover or is Splash?
It would have been the cover.
Would have been the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an unpublished cover, but it was
unpublished.
Be the cover.
There was 4 of them. All 4 of those were unpublished.
Got it.
This one was published, but it's a Captain Atom, so not that big of a character, but I just thought it was a really cool page.
Captain Atom's character in the Batman book I'm reading right now.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look, if it's not too grainy, and you can see where he's hitting that, and then he used a bunch of like splatter technique with white out and everything.
I like to think that it would be the case, but I'm guessing it's just dumb luck.
Yeah.
All right. Did I cut you off, or do you want to say something?
No. That's all of his, and so I'll take a break if you got something to share.
All right. Yeah, I'll do a quick. I'll do. I don't know if it's a speed round, but I'll do 3 in a row, I guess. But because they're all related, I guess they're all part of like a lot. So I picked up this lot of 4 Archie pages, Stan Goldberg Archie pages. They're all like story title pages, I guess, and I've shown one of them before, so I'm not going to show that one. But I think the total price I paid was like $115, $120, something like that for 4 pages. So it worked out to like less than 30 a page. So like Archie is like another one of those kind of properties within comics and independent comics where the original art is pretty affordable for the most part, and you can it's not hard, right, to acquire published pages. So picked up this lot, and I'll show 3 of the 4 pages because I've shown one already before. But this one is from these are all Stan Goldberg, and I think Mike Esposito did the inks on at least 3 out of the 4, but there might have been a different inker on one of them. But anyway, this is from Archie 393. It's the name of the story is called Van Goof. So here's the page. So here, I'll go backwards, right? There you go. So you got Archie, you got Betty and Veronica, you got Jughead, you got band practice going on. So there you go. Archie, from Archie 393. I don't know what page, but this is the beginning of this story, Van Goof. from that comic, Stan Goldberg. And then this page is like I think it's from like a holiday special. It's also Stan Goldberg. It's the name of the story is called Jingle Bells, and it's like Archie's Christmas Stocking or something, like Archie's Christmas Special issue, number 617. Not sure if that's how that series is titled or if it's just Archie and then it's a Christmas takeover. But you have like Santa and his elves in the North Pole like workshop kind of scene here going on. So with Archie head over there basically, so that you know it's an Archie book. Otherwise, you wouldn't really know that this page was an Archie book. It's more of like a Christmas page. I think this is the only Christmas related art that I own. I don't. Graphic Man's asking, is that 11 by 15? I haven't measured these pages. I honestly don't know. So they're all. I would say that they're bigger than 11 by 15 because they won't fit in an 11 by 17 portfolio. And these backing boards and bags are bigger than 11 by 17 or 11 by 15, I think. But obviously, it doesn't take up the whole length of the backing board. But I've tried to put these into portfolios and they wouldn't fit. So they're definitely bigger than what will, or wider than what will fit in an 11 by 17. But I don't know the exact dimensions. But anyway, yeah, there's a Archie Christmas page. And then finally, this is from Everything's Archie, issue number 155. This is also a Stan Goldberg. The name of the story is called Fame is the Game. So there you go. The Archies.
Nice.
Fame is the Game. It's kind of like, a scene where Archie's on the phone with Reggie. It's like a reporter's supposed to be covering their band or something. I don't know. And then you have a Archie and Betty scene down here with Reggie in the car. So there you go. Bunch of Stan Goldberg pages. There was another page in this lot, and I literally paid like less than $30 a page for these Archie pages because it's not really. I mean, there's some Archie artists like Bob Montana, like the old school legendary, Archie artists from the Golden Age and Silver Age that can be a little bit tougher, like Harry Lucy and stuff like that. But pretty much Stan Goldberg to now, it's like affordable.
Even the Dan Parent stuff.
What? Yeah, even the Dan Parent stuff is pretty affordable. Have to
look into that then.
Like you can get Dan Parent's published stuff for pretty cheap. Covers are a little bit more, but in the scheme of things, not really. Like I got my Dan Parent Betty and Veronica double digest cover for under $200. So that's a cover with Betty and Veronica on it. So it's pretty sweet. It's definitely a category that I keep my eye out on. I'm not trying to get more Archie pages than I can count or whatever. But I'm gonna keep my eye out for some deals when it comes to Archie pages. So that's right, Spidey fan, Archie OA. What's going on? Welcome. Good to see you. All right, back to you, brother.
Alrighty. I think I have some Valiant stuff in here next.
Oh, cool.
Pages. So here is
Valiant stuff from Daymare.
Yeah. A Rye page from the original run back in the 90s.
Nice.
Not, anything really special, just at the time one of my favorite characters and stuff, so more sentimental than this was one of their kind of failed stuff from whenever they became Acclaim around 2000. But it's Joe St. Pierre, and it's a kind of manga book that they did called Neo. It only ran for like 4 issues. But he kind of went under around the same time. So there was some issues there. This is from earlier issue of Ninjak.
Nice.
I always thought it was kind of neat because it has some I keep pointing the wrong way, like some instructions on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is all that writing on the side? I was gonna like, is that
it's like
instructions for
notes to
color?
the colorist and stuff. Like motion blur, major blur of motion.
Dude, I love the notes, like production notes like that on the side. Yeah. Nice, dude. Who's the artist on that one?
Let me look real quick because it was somebody that I really didn't know. I don't have who that did that.
All right, no worries. Don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Don't apologize.
This one I do know who did.
Okay. Who was that?
So Jackson Butch Guys.
Nice, dude.
Eternal.
Yeah.
He did some Eternal Warrior stuff, so I had to get that. For both, the fact that it's Valiant and Butch Guys.
Yeah, Butch Guys is awesome.
And then here's one of my favorite pages. Another Sean Chin.
Beautiful detail, man. He's so detailed. I love it.
Yes. Like that spaceship. It's kind of hard to see, but it's crashing into the, what is that, the Washington Monument?
You can see it clearly. That's great.
Yeah. And that face, of XO Manowar there. It's just so clear.
Nice, man. I like that one a lot.
Here's another one of his pages from, there my camera was focusing, from Harbinger.
Sean Chen again, yeah.
Not a Sean Chin page, but a Jim Califor, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Always liked his work too.
Awesome.
Yeah, that ship exploding. And with this one, they actually included the page before it got inked, on where to ink and stuff like that. So a scan of the pencils with notes on it. They came with that I don't have them. Nice. I didn't pull those out of the binder, but
nice.
I think that is about all of my value.
Right. Well, I have one page left to show. Okay. We got about 18 to 20 minutes left. Do you want to re-show some of the stuff from earlier when your camera was like fudgy? Because
I can, or I still have a bunch of stuff to go if you want me to.
Well, yeah. Let's go speed round and show as much as we can. Yeah,
so here is some, you was talking about sort of your Archie comics. These are some Transformers Destiny Alliance. It's a newer book that came out, but I picked up these 4 pages for, I think they was around 120 shipped.
Yeah, so similar to the Archie lot I picked up. Yeah. I love that when you can kind of get a bunch of pages and
and then all of the same artist and
exactly.
Just sort of made a good lot.
And you got a nice stack of published pages for having collected less than a year, man.
Yeah. This was some promo art that never made it, but it's Bob Layton, who I've always liked. Just thought it was kind of interesting, a concept, for a MTV car that I guess they never used, but it's just the pencils and then he signed it. Then here's a Uncanny X-Men with Greg Land.
Oh, wow.
Archangel, or Angel, I guess he would be.
Nice, dude. Yeah, Greg Land's awesome, too. I love him.
Avengers page was Lim, who's the artist. Got the nice Hulk there, clapping.
Thor on there.
Thor, yeah.
So Ron Lim, Scott Hanna?
Yeah.
Nice. 2 of my favorites.
So this is one that I thought was interesting. I've always liked Wolverine. So saw this one come up cheap, and it was Old Man Wolverine.
Whoa.
And keep getting it crooked. Scarlet Witch up there too. But what was funny to me is I saw this later Somebody was reading this page on one of those, like word bubbles or something like that. And so, there's Wolverine and he's waving and he ends up jumping through this window. And then you see him over there, walking through the store. And this other guy walks in through the door and says, "Hey, the door was unlocked. You didn't have to do that." I had this page long before I even knew that. That I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
Well, that's what happens with a lot of the modern published pages. It's like you don't know, you don't know the whole story until you go read the comic.
Yep. I'm trying to remember who. Walker. That was it. Uncanny Inhumans. It was another pretty cheap page. Walker, and then inked by Scott Hanna. I can't remember who the Walker's first name was.
Scott Hanna is a great inker, man. I love his ink. Nice.
So this is one of my most recent additions to pages. Coley Hamner. I forget how you pronounce his last name.
Corey who?
Coley.
Coley. Oh,
Coley. Hamner. This was, Hamner.
Okay. What book was that from?
That was from Future's End.
Future's End.
And I just sort of tossed it in because he was running a half price sale and it was like 15 or 20 bucks for it. This was the main one I was buying whenever I bought it.
Yeah, Spidey action.
Yeah.
What book is that?
It's in up there, SMU. I can't remember.
SMU, Spider-Man.
I don't remember.
I don't remember when that title.
I did write that one down. I'm sure I have it somewhere.
Sure. Let me see that bottom panel again, though.
Yeah.
Who was the artist again?
Coley Hamner.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I like that. I like that Spidey page. Nice. My last page is a Spidey page. It's the only Marvel I got to show tonight.
This is my last one, and then I can go back through some of that other stuff.
Okay.
But here is the paper copy that sort of shows the preliminary stuff. And then Here is the actual pencils.
Sweet, dude.
That is, I know I'm going to butcher his name. Dick Giordano.
Oh, Dick Giordano?
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, it's one of the books on my How to Draw Comics.
Dick Yarn? Like Dick Yarn? Who's Dick Yarn?
I knew I was going to butcher some names. And I butchered all of them, but
all right, I'm going to show my last page, and then we'll end the show with all you, whatever you want to show. You can re-show stuff when the camera was bad, whatever you want to show. Okay. This will be my last piece I'm showing tonight. It's a new. I wouldn't say new. It's relatively new within the last few months. I just haven't had a chance to show it on this show, but I have shown other pages from this issue. If you've seen the show before, you may have seen me show other pages from this issue. But one of the comic book issues that I collect interior page, published page artwork from is Ultimate Spider-Man #1, which was penciled by Mark Bagley, inked by Art Thibault, and written obviously by Brian Michael Bendis. They did the whole run, the longest modern mainstream superhero comic book run, and the first issues launched the whole Ultimate Universe for Marvel. Like for me, it's like a big Spider-Man book while also being a big Marvel Universe book, and it's a book I thoroughly enjoyed that whole run. I'm a big fan of the run, so I basically made it a collecting goal of mine to try to get some pages from that issue, and I've been able to get 3 pages over the last year or so, and I recently got a 4th. So here's the 4th page from Ultimate Spider-Man #1. This is page 45. Hold on, let me go full screen. Page 45. So basically, so my other 3 pages from this issue are like Norman Osborn related. They don't have Peter Parker. So this is the first page I've been able to get from this issue that actually has Peter Parker, also has Uncle Ben and Aunt May on it. But essentially on this page, you have Peter in an argument really with Uncle Ben and Aunt May. And this is after he was bitten by the spider, right? In the issue, but he's still kind of figuring out that he's getting powers and all that. So you can see he's his use of powers and spider sense emerging on this page. And then at the end of the argument, he goes upstairs, slams his door shut, and Uncle Ben and Aunt May are concerned about him. Right, so there it is. That's page 45, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, Mark Bagley, Art Thibault, and this page is signed by Art Thibault and Brian Michael Bendis. So eventually, I would like to get Mark Bagley to sign it whenever I can get this to him in real life. I'm not going to mail this anywhere. Obviously, it's not like CGC will do that.
2022.
So maybe 2022, I'll be able to take this to a table and get Bagley to add his signature on it. So anyway, I'm happy to get this. Having 4 pages from one comic book is pretty. I think that's the most I have for any one particular comic book, and that for it to be Ultimate Spider-Man #1 as a huge Spider-Man fan, that's I nerd out over that.
Yeah.
Even though that whole book, he's not Spider-Man. He doesn't wear the suit. It's his origin story retold for a new audience, right? So, but I would consider. I mean, in the last, it's hard to believe that book came out 20 years ago, but it's been 20 years, and it's one of the top mainstream runs of the modern era, in my opinion. Of the last 20 years. So, let's see here. We got Carlito Classico in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping in here. Appreciate you. Tats Comic is in here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So that's my last piece. Mark Bagley, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 goodness. And we'll wrap up. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said that was a good one to end on.
Yes, that's the last one I had to show for tonight. And we're going to wrap things up with a Daymare speed round.
Alrighty. Let's get some of these out of the way real quick. This one, I think this was one that came in pretty blurry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
It's crystal clear right now. It's clear as crystal, man. It looks great.
That was. Here's the other Pennington.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see much more of the detail now.
Yeah, he just does such great work, I thought. Oh, here's one of the.
All right. From that set.
Yeah. Where's the other one? Sort of goes with that one.
Yeah, man. This is definitely by far the most Valiant art I've ever seen in one night, ever.
Probably, yeah.
No worries, Tat.
There's another one of his that's.
Dude.
Just his use of color and stuff is amazing.
Awesome. I need to learn more about the Valiant universe. I mean, I guess you would be the person to talk to for me to learn more about it. But
yeah, actually,
I've read a handful of Rye and Bloodshot, like randomly and whatnot. I have a Rye Zero, which you're wearing.
Yeah.
I used to have 2 copies. I sold my glossy or whatever.
Yeah.
Before the movie came out, made my money and moved on. But I still have my matte copy or whatever. I think I sold my Eternal Warriors 4 also around the same time and just kind of, I flipped it, it's just, it's not my set of top characters or whatever.
No,
but I want to learn more about it. Like I have like one Rye trade. I got to get some trades maybe and just
the runs from 2012 was actually really good.
So Soko wants to read Bounty too.
And
was asking if you dug the Bloodshot movie. I saw it. I thought it was entertaining.
It was good. Yeah. I mean, it was it earth shattering? No. Was it a good representation of Bloodshot? Maybe not. Was it a great popcorn flick? Action flick? Yeah. I mean, if you went into it thinking I want to go, watch just a popcorn flick action movie, then it was a good.
That was the last movie I saw in a movie. That was the last movie I saw in a movie theater way back in March, the first week of March or whatever.
Me
too. I haven't been to a movie theater since, and it's depressing. So, but I enjoyed the film. But I remember like thinking to myself, this is going to be the last movie I see for a while, isn't it? It was.
I sat in just about a half-empty theater thinking the same thing.
You have any more art you want to show?
No, that's pretty much it. If there were some of them that didn't come in clear,
maybe we show like another few from the first 15 minutes, because the first 15 minutes connection is gnarly.
Just the amount of skull work and stuff he did.
That looks gorgeous right now, dude. Love it.
I mean, that's why for $60 a piece on these,
dude, that's awesome.
I just couldn't.
Live wire.
Let me go back to the. I don't know if it's this one. Well, there's the poison ivy again.
Oh yeah, now you can see the much more clearly.
Detail and stuff.
Cool. Nice, dude.
Trying to get the X-Men.
Love how there was like literally no comments about my new Ultimate Spider-Man page. Like, come on, guys. Like, yo, what's up, Junior in the house? Dude, I love that piece, man.
Yeah. One thing I did like about it is even though it's not like a direct copy or anything, he did give Jim Lee credit, down there. He was like after Jim Lee.
Oh, yeah, after Jim Lee. Okay. That's cool.
Which I found kind of neat.
Nice, man.
Let me grab this one because it probably didn't come in clear.
That one looked pretty decent earlier, but you can see it more clearly now.
Just the amount of work he did for that for $40 or $50. I can't remember.
Thanks, George. I knew I could count on you. It says Ultimate Spider-Man page is #1. Yeah, literally, because it's from #1.
There's
Boo. Yes, can we see Wonder Woman again? Let's see that one, because that one came in blurry earlier.
This one or the
he probably wants to see the published page too, but yeah, like anything, he wants to see anything Wonder Woman.
Let me find the published page.
I've never read any Archer and Armstrong. I have that issue 0 or whatever. I think I got it in one of like my Bake the Snake mystery box like forever ago, but I haven't cracked that open. Did that run start with issue 0 or is it
the original 90 series started with issue 0?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then that's the first issue.
Well, where is that? How did I miss that?
It disappeared. Lasso stole it.
Probably so. Here it is. Okay. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Now you can see everything on that bad boy. Very cool, man.
Her shoving a guy out of the way.
Man, so you got, I don't know how many pieces you showed total tonight, but for having collected less than a year, like I think you're well on your way to having a nice, robust collection.
I've slowed down quite a bit, but
yeah,
but
you're collecting cool stuff, different stuff, a lot of stuff that has not been, a lot of different types of stuff, especially because of all the Valiant that hasn't been shown on this show. So I appreciate you coming on and sharing that, man. So I mean, you have 2 videos, but I know you plan on making more videos.
Yes.
So if you're not subbed up to Dayymares, please go sub him up. The link to his channel and his Instagram is below. He is on Instagram, so he's reachable there. And he's
post more stuff there.
Anything else you want to plug? I know you got your appearance this week on JP show and other stuff. Anything you want to plug?
Yep. The JP show on Wednesday and the D&D on Sunday on Whitewell's channel.
Whitewell.
That's
every Sunday, right? Every Sunday night.
Yep. You're
right. Yeah, definitely glad the camera cleared up. The art looks great.
I told my kids to be off at like 8:45. What probably happened is they probably
hit that little extra 15 minutes of iPad or whatever. Well, awesome, dude. As for this channel, Comic Books NYC, and this program, the next episode of Original Art Hour is a week from tomorrow. So that's Tuesday, September 22nd. And joining me on the 22nd, and that's going to be, it's going to be at 10. I think it's going to be the same time, 10 o'clock Eastern, next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. And my guest is going to be RB3 Comics, Ray, my buddy Ray, who basically is the guy that taught me about original art and kind of first got me into original art, like about 3 years ago. I learned a whole lot about original art from him. So really, it's going to be mentor-mentee next week on Original Art Hour. Maybe I'll be showing a couple new things, not a ton, but one very special new pickup, and we'll be checking out RB3's art as well. So that should be fun. So hopefully you guys join us next Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, for Original Art Hour with RB3 Comics. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Lasso. Thank you for acknowledging my Spidey page.
It was a good
page. Thank you. Tats, you got a new subscriber? Good. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. And hopefully you guys tune in next Tuesday night for Original Art Hour with RB3. I want to thank my guest, Dayymares, once again. Make sure you go sub him up. Check out his channel. Check him out on Instagram. Great artwork shared tonight, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care, everybody.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't want to see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard this scammer had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a gold, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year, stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, out of nosebleed. Yeah, I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard this scammer had to switch up the account.